I'm going to show you the Bouquet Break-Even Calculator. Now, this is a really useful tool, especially if you're doing a business plan and you're going to the bank to borrow money. They like to see that you have really thought about this in comparison to average sale prices and how realistic you are going to be able to achieve the amount of bouquets you need to sell based on industry averages. So I'm going to click on this. For the purpose of this, we're going to say the costs are 60,000. And if you've got staff, that would be rather a lot more. But for the purpose of this, we'll do that. And we're going to say the average selling price is 60. And we're going to say the profit per bouquet. Now, just over here, this what it wants on this bouquet. So it wants you to take the costs of your flowers off. It wants you to take any cost of flowers and sundries, any labour time and your VAT taken off that. So we'll say we make £25 per bouquet after all those are taken out, and that the average cost of the flowers is 15. So all the cogs. So I've taken my £10 off that. I've actually left the labour off for the purpose of this thingy because I'm going to show you something where I'm going to put the labour in with the annual fixed costs or total labour. And then we're going to say we work 6 days a week and we work 8 hours a day. I'm going to calculate the break-even point here. So now based on those costs, and as I say, that would probably be a business with no staff, I have to sell 2,400 bouquets a year, which equates to 200 a month or 47 a week, or approximately 8 per day. Now, if you're thinking about businesses you've been in, you need to think about, well, how many bouquets do generally go out the door on an average day? What I think is also interesting here, if you've inputted your cost price per bouquet, you can, it actually tells you how much money cost price you need to spend on flowers to have that enough money, have enough flowers to cover the cost of those bouquets you're going to sell for. So in this example, we would need to have spent at least £705 a week in flowers to be able to cover the cost of that amount of bouquets at those markups. If you're unsure of how much your cost prices and things are for your bouquets, you would need to work out how much you're marking up your flowers. If you have used the pricing guide and you've managed to get all those figures in, actually on the pricing guide, our pricing guide tool, it works out all of that information for you as well based on your markup. So you could get the information from there too. I just wanted to show you something interesting here as well. Let's just say those costs were 60,000, but I now need to employ somebody to help me out. So we're going to say they're going to cost an extra 25,000 per year, because I'm going to need a full-time staff member on minimum wage, say, which I think is about 25,000 now, which is quite eye-opening. And then I'm going to calculate that, and you can see what difference having that extra staff member is going to make to the volume of bouquets I need to get out, or how many extra a day I need to sell to be able to cover that. And that is, that's just a break even. That's not making a profit. That's just a break even. You obviously want to sell more than that, because anything over and above that, that money can go towards profit rather than just your operating costs. Hopefully you find that useful.